UFC Seattle took place last night and it was one of the best cards of the year, or the best card in my opinion. So I'm going to give you my entire breakdown and reaction to the card in this video. We'll start with the main event. Joe Pyfer with the second round finish. Just like I said, this was a sick fight. You know, Izzy started off very well. He won the first round. He was winning a lot the second round in my opinion. He was landing that calf kick. He looked like he was hurting Pyfer pretty bad, to be honest. If Joe Rogan was on commentary for this fight, Jesus Christ, we wouldn't have hit the end of it. Oh, look out, folks. His leg is destroyed. That's all we would have been hearing. So I'm glad this wasn't on the pay-per-view. But either way, Izzy was chewing up his leg. He was landing some nice shots. He was stuffing the takedowns, the early takedowns of Pyfer. Pyfer got one at the end of round 1. And obviously got one in round 2, which led to the finish. But sick fight, like I said. It sort of looked like... I don't want to say Izzy's washed. Like, I know I made a video earlier in the week saying, like, Izzy could be washed and this is the reason why I'm picking Pyfer and all this stuff. I don't think he doesn't look as good as he has in the past, okay? I'm not saying he's still in his prime or whatever. But it's not like he's washed. I still think he could beat some guys in their division, but it just seems like mentally, at least in this fight, it looked like he's not the same fighter as he was. Like, you could look at him in the Gastelum fight compared to this fight. Mentally, like, in the Gastelum fight, he was taking these massive shots. He was hurt. He was nearly knocked out a bunch of times. But he kept on fighting, and then he got the decision in the end. He pretty much knocked out Gastelum at the end of the fight as well. Like, if that wasn't at the very end of the fight, that would have been stopped. But like, he would fight for adversity and just carry on and keep pushing forward. But in this fight, it just kind of felt like he was winning a lot. He was having success early, and then Pyfer started having a bit more success later as the fight went on later. And then as soon as he got cracked a couple times, he got hit with a nice shot to the body and he got hit with a couple shots upstairs. And he just kind of seemed like he folded, seemed like he quit. And then once he got on the floor, once he got to the mat, it was over. Like, Pyfer took his back, he was threatening the choke. And then obviously he got in full mount and flattened him out and just landed ground and pound shots and it was over. But it just seems like Izzy, he kind of got drawn into a firefight. And once he got cracked a couple times, he just didn't want to be there anymore. So I don't know if it's just Pyfer hits that hard that it just hurt Izzy that bad, and then he just kind of folded, or if it's just a mental thing, like I said, where Izzy didn't want to be in there anymore, and he just maybe he was injured or something. Maybe one of the shots to the ribs fucking broke his ribs or whatever. We'll never know, we will know, but we don't know right now. But yeah, it just seems like Izzy was a bit off. And I think in his next fight, I think he should fight I think Brendan Allen's going to beat Edmund Shabazian. And I think Izzy should fight him next, just because I think it's the easiest matchup for Izzy that there is in the top of the division. Because otherwise he's going to have to fight like a Fluffy or something like that, which is just not going to be what I want to see. Like, I used to like Izzy and I used to hate him. And now it's like, I'm not a fan, but it's like, I don't want to see him keep losing all these fights. And like, you know what I mean? Like, he lost his title, he got it back against Alex in the rematch, and obviously he lost it again to Sean. Then he fought Dricus and lost, and then he fought Imavov, who in my opinion he is one of the best middleweights in the world right now. And now he's fought Pyfer, who's a tough guy, powerful guy, dangerous. And he's fighting a lot of tough fights right now. And I know he's like 1-5 in his last 6, but they're all against, I won't say elite fighters, but they're all against very good fighters. Pyfer's easily the worst guy he's lost to. And I still think Pyfer's very dangerous and is going to beat a lot of the guys in the top 10 in the next few years. So it's not exactly like he's on a bad run. And I think Brendan Allen or Edmund Shabazian would be a pretty easy fight for him, especially Brendan Allen, just stylistically. Because we've seen Allen get knocked out by not great guys before. Well, we've seen him get put in trouble by not so great guys. We've seen him get knocked out a couple of times as well. And I don't think he'd be able to have that much success with the grappling. And I think Izzy would be able to kind of tune him up on the feet and win a decision. So that's what I want to see for Izzy. As for Pyfer, I think he should fight Dricus du Plessis. Or just someone in the top 5, it doesn't really matter. But I think DDP has the potential to be a fucking war. So I would like to see that. But yeah, great fight, great main event. Good win for Pyfer. Izzy, I feel bad, but I kind of expected that. Well, I did expect it to happen, so I don't know. At least I got my prediction and bet right, I guess. But yeah, Joe Pyfer, getting it done. Biggest win for him of his career. Go to the co-main event. This was fucking nasty. This is probably one of the nastiest women's MMA finishes I've ever seen. It's up there with like the Valentina head kick and stuff like that. Like, Grasso, like, she landed a 1-2. Well, I think it was a 1-2. I can't even remember off the top of my head. and it basically put Barber out. But the way she fell, obviously Grasso just kind of locked up a rear naked choke, and then it put Barber out again, kind of. It was kind of, it was weird. And then she was out like on the floor for like a minute. I thought she was fucking dead, because like the camera cut away, like she got finished, and I was like, oh, that's nasty. But like once the camera cut away, she was like wrestling with the ref, so I was like, oh, she's just kind of like out of it. She'll be fine in a sec. And then they cut back to her 10 seconds later. She sprawled out on the ground, like eyes open, not like barely breathing. I was like, oh fuck. But either way, fucking crazy finish from Grasso. What I think happened was like, obviously she got knocked out, and then as her brain was trying to wake up again, she got put in a choke, so she didn't have any oxygen. So she went in like a mini coma or something like that. I don't know. Or she was just milking it. Who knows? But either way, it was nasty. I said, I don't know if I still think this. I said this like just after the fight happened, but with the, obviously, even though Barber's still young, I think she's like early 30s. Even though she's still young and she hasn't taken crazy amounts of damage in her career, it's like, I feel like she might have to retire just because she's had the health issues before. She had the seizure before her last fight, or a couple fights ago now. She had this happen and it looked really bad. So I feel like she might, it might be the best if she retires. I'm not sure. Obviously, she could carry on. It could turn out that it wasn't even that bad last night and she was just kind of lying there milking it. I've seen a couple of people say that. I don't think that's what happened, but either way, it was a nasty finish and a sick performance from Grasso. I think Grasso should fight probably Blanchfield, but I don't know, there's a few things that could, there's a few fights that could be made after this one. And yeah, I saw some people complaining that it was classed as a knockout instead of a submission. Like, she was out from the shot. She got hit with the left hand and just shut off. Grasso only got the submission in because the ref didn't have time to break it up before then, you know what I mean? Like, the ref was like, oh, is she out? Is she out? And then the submission was in. Like, she was dead from the punch, bro. She was fucking, look at her eyes, bro. Rolled back in the back of the head. It was dumb. So, the only people who complain are the people who bet on submission. But, you know, either way, sick performance, I guess. And yeah, Grasso's back in the title picture. We had a double retirement here, but they didn't let Nico Price have his retirement moment in the interview, which was a bit rough. But Chiesa got the round one sub. I'm not even going to talk about this much. They gave him the longest video package ever. They gave him a longer video package than fucking Stipe got. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. But I don't even remember the Stipe one because I was fucking had the flu, so I was like falling asleep during the card. I only woke up for the Yan fight. But they gave Chiesa a 5-minute video package, and then Price, even though he retired at the same time, didn't get anything, didn't even get an interview. So that's unfortunate for him, but I guess Chiesa's the own time guy, but whatever. The only good thing about this was that they showed JSN before it, you know, the best receiver in the league. But yeah, whatever. Chiesa got his dub in his retirement fight, yeah, that's cool. If you, well, you can't do it anymore, but if you wanted to get a W on your retirement fight, you should fight Nico Price, because he's been finished in about 90 seconds combined when he's fighting guys who are retiring. But yeah, next fight, Julian Erosa versus Larryanne Douglas. Now, I predicted Erosa to win in my video, but I also said there's a very good chance he gets nuked in the first round, and that's what happened. So, I was half right. Douglas is nice, he's got crazy power, nice technique, tough guy as well. I've seen him taking a couple shots before. I don't think he's going to go that far in the UFC. I'm seeing people say, like, Brazil, you have an Ilia Topuria. Calm down, okay? Every time MMA fans see a guy with decent striking and decent power, especially at lightweight or featherweight, apparently it's just Ilia at this point. Okay, let's calm down. This guy's lost like 5 times on the regional scene, and he tapped out a couple of times. And he's been knocked out and everything. So he's not Ilia. He's not as good as Ilia. He's never going to be, okay? He's just a good guy with decent striking and good boxing. Doesn't mean he's Topuria. But yeah, he beat Erosa. This kind of makes me even more confident in Arnold Allen, weirdly, because Melky went to war with Erosa like last year, and now he's getting ran through by Douglas. I guess like obviously the fight with Melky, I think it might have been the last one before this, or he fought Darren Elkins after. I'm not sure, but either way, like yeah, it was his last one. Obviously the Melky fight's gonna have taken a lot out of him, so maybe his durability just isn't the same, because he did react kind of weird to shots. He got hurt a lot, and then he got finished, but it might just be the power of Douglas. He does hit crazy hard. We saw him slump out Kanti in like 30 seconds in his last fight. But either way, great performance. I can't remember who I said he should fight next. Who was it? I think like Chepe Mariscal or something like that. Like a sick unranked fight is what we need to see from him next. And yeah, great performance. We move on to the next fight on the card. Jesus fucking Christ. I did not realise the striking numbers were that different. Usually Belgori versus Abdul Malik. I picked Belgori, and it was the easiest underdog bet I've ever had in my life, I'm going to be honest. He fucking dominated him. It wasn't even close. Let's look at the round by round numbers. 22-7, 50. This was the one where he dropped them at the end, wasn't it? Yeah, well, 2 knockdowns. And then, bro, we got 4 fucking knockdowns? Wait. We're saying 2 for all of them, so I don't know how many they counted that as in the end. Only 2. Okay, what the fuck? This website pisses me. Every video I make, there's always some dumb shit. Yeah, Belgori destroyed Abdul Malik. Don't know why Malik was the favourite. I saw someone post, they just saw an athletic black guy, and everyone who's undefeated, and everyone just betted him, which is fair, I guess. But, yeah, like I said, Malik, he's not looked great, even though he's undefeated. Like, he beat Drakoli in a minute, cool, no one cares. He went to war with Brundage, lost a round off him, it's like, yeah, I'm not betting you or picking you to beat Belgori, who we're seeing improve crazy amounts between each fight. Like, he did not look good in the Contender Series, which is why I was kind of confident in him losing to Bakelov. And obviously in that fight he looked great, got the win. And then people underestimating him coming back into this one again. And he looked even better this time around. So he's improving like crazy. He's like 33 now. He's massive for the division. He's training with Glover and Alex, which apparently is just the best place to be if you're a kickboxer that's coming into MMA, because every time someone does that and goes into that gym, they're just the greatest fighter of all time, apparently. But yeah, Belgori wins pretty easily. I think he should get a ranked opponent, but I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets a ranked opponent next, like a high up one as well. I would either do him against someone unranked or just throw him like a Roman Dolidze, who's right at the bottom of the rankings. But I could definitely see like a Jared Cannonier or even like an Izzy matchup getting made for him, which I don't know if I'd agree with, but it's something they would do. He's promotable. Alex's teammate. Fought Alex and Izzy both in kickboxing, so they could definitely promote the shit out of him and try to get him up the rankings. But sick performance either way. I do think he's going to be a tough guy to beat in the division, especially with his size. And yeah, next fight, my boy Terrence McKinney. I told you, first round finish. I think that's what I picked. I fucking hope so. I picked him to win, so realistically it was a round 1 finish that I said, because that's all he does. 24 seconds. Now, Dana fucking White, Terrence McKinney has won 8 fights in his UFC career. He has won all 8 of those fights in the first round, and 4 of them have been in the first minute, and he still has never had a fucking performance bonus. What is going on? Genuinely, I don't understand. What has he done to the UFC? He just got a 24-second KO over Carl Nelson. Nelson, admittedly, not the greatest guy in the world, but McKinney fucking slumped him in 24 seconds. Landed a head kick. Head kick didn't even land clean. It was on the guard, and it dropped him that bad. And then he got the finish with the follow-up shots. And he's like, let's just go through his career. McKinney Nelson easily should have got a performance bonus. Didn't. This was a banger. I understand it not getting fight of the night though, just because that card was fucking insane. So I'm okay with that, even though I think that Duncan got the bonus, which is okay. Borshev submits him in 55 seconds, no bonus. I don't know how you say that. Took him down, beat him up in the first round. This one I'm okay with him not getting a bonus, just because the level of opponent, but still, he probably should have got it. Ribovic obviously got knocked out in 30 seconds, that's fine. Brendan Maurer, 20-second KO. Flying knee, it was really a flying knee. Knee in the clinch, slumped him. I know it was a shit opponent, but still, 20-second knockout. I guaranteed there was less impressive fights that got a performance bonus than that. Breeden, again, not a good opponent, but a minute 25, he finishes him. Sadikov, cheating fucking scumbag. McKinney wins that if he doesn't grab the cage. Bonfim, it was a while ago, shit performance. Again, 2 minutes 17 second submission. Why is he not getting a bonus? This should have been fight of the night. This was crazy. Submits Faraz Ziam in the first round, doesn't get a bonus. Hello? And then knocks out Favola in 7 fucking seconds. The first punch he threw, he knocked him out, and he didn't get a bonus in any of these fights. So it's starting to piss me the fuck off now, okay? Give him a bonus. How's he not even had like a fight of the night one or something? It's insane, but I'm pretty sure they made a video, the UFC. I think it was 2022, he fought Drew Dober, and it was like the number 3 ranked fight of the year, like voted fight of the year, and it didn't get fight of the night or something like that. I know it was a short fight, but fucking hell, they dropped each other like twice in the first round, and he didn't get fight of the night, and now he doesn't get a performance bonus. But this fucking cheating scumbag gets the extra performance bonus. We're going to talk about this in a second. I've got a lot to say, but McKinney doesn't. So either way, Terrence McKinney, my goat, got the dub. Yeah. I mean, this guy. People don't like Terrence McKinney because he uses Twitter, by the way. Like, people online who are on Twitter for 7 hours a day don't like Terrence McKinney because he tweets about fights a lot. Even though he's potentially the most entertaining fighter in the UFC. Because he's had, like 13 UFC fights now, and they've all been entertaining and all had a crazy finish. So, he might be the most entertaining. I know, like, girls like Gaethje and stuff like that, who everyone knows who's been at the top and had entertaining title fights, but in terms of just, like, overall entertainment, it's probably McKinney. But either way, McKinney, most entertaining fighter at the UFC. There we go. Video keeps cutting out. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, next fucking fight. Oh my god, this fight pissed me off. Okay. Now, I'm more mad at this because I had a bet. I had my bet and my prediction of Bahamondes to finish him, especially in the first couple rounds. He had him dead in that second round before he cheated twice and saved himself and then won the fight. So, I would have had like a perfect night of betting, basically. I'm the only other card fights that I missed. I had a little bit on Arosa. Basically, everything else on this entire card I got right that I bet on. I didn't bet every fight, obviously, but I would have basically perfect night. I was one leg away from hitting my parlay for basically the entire card, and it was Bahamondes, and he would have won if it wasn't a cheating scumbag. And I had him by finish for plus 100, and then he gets robbed of it. I want to spend a lot of time talking about this fight just because so much stuff happened, but then I also don't want to give this fucking cunt. I don't want to talk about him any longer because he's really pissed me off. He needs to get cut. I know he won the fight, but he's 1-1 in the UFC. The one that he lost, he got dominated, and the one that he won, he was losing very clearly. He lost the first round and got dropped in the first minute of the second round, and was about to get finished before he cheated. So like, just get rid. He's 34. No one likes him. Actually, keep him around, let him get finished, and then cut him from the sport. That's all honesty. But yeah, Bahamondes was clearly winning. Much better fighter. Way more skilled. Before Moussaiev cheated. Headbutted him, grabbed the cage. Blatant cage grab. Like, both hands. Should have been a point deduction. And taken away position. I know it's normally one or the other. Should have been both. As you know, because Bahamondes had... I can't even... Fucking... I'm just pissed off. And then he got him on the ground. Headbutted him. Should have had 2 points... Actually, he should have been disqualified. Like, we've seen guys get... points take away and disqualified. We don't see guys get disqualified that much anymore. This should have been blatant fence grab. That should easily be a point, and the headbutt. Like, he only got on top of Bahamondes because of the fence grab, and then once he's on top of him, he's headbutting him. What the fuck is going on? We need new refs in the UFC. I'm gonna make a whole video on this. I don't care. I probably won't. But we need new refs in the UFC because there's too many guys that are cheating, and then the fucking fan base who want more, like, who want better, bigger punishments for when guys cheat. Everyone always agrees on this in the fan base. But then when it happens last week, when Movzan nut shots Lauren twice, and he gets a point taken away, everyone's fucking crying. So clearly they just want it depending on which fighters they like or not, because everyone, again, wants point deductions here. But then last week they didn't. But either way, fucking drop my water bottle. Yeah, Moussaiev wins. Fuck Moussaiev. I hope he gets knocked the fuck out in his next fight. Yeah, give him Pavlovich. I'll be happy then. Next fight. Here you go. A respectable lightweight fight that I can talk about and not get mad. Lance Gibson. Now, I know I predicted Chase Hooper to win in my video. I did switch it and then I bet on Gibson. Just because I remembered Chase Hooper has no chin, no ability to take shots, reacts very badly, and is also fucking scrawny as hell. Like, I'm sorry, I saw them weigh in and I was like, I can't pick Chase Hooper to win this fight. Even though I do think he still probably is the more skilled guy of the two, but he just can't take a shot. Gibson landed a nasty elbow in like the clinch. I was watching this while walking back from the where was I? The Atoma fight. That's why I missed half. This is the rest of these fights I won't be able to talk about as much because I didn't see them. I didn't see him fully. This is the first one I did see fully. I was fucking walk around some random alley in Manchester with this on my phone, but yeah, Gibson got the knockout. He looked good, I think. I don't know. It was a nasty finish. Some people are complaining about the stoppage. I kind of understand, but I do think it was fair. You know, he was hurt bad, and he did get hit with like 3 or 4 big shots and dropped a couple times. So how many official knockdowns? Only 1. Okay, of course. UFC's fucking dumb. Actually, no. I think that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, Lance Gibson, round 1 knockout. Just how fucking good is Bobby Green? I made a video the other day on TikTok saying about how Bobby Green might need to be put in the conversation of most entertaining fighters ever. Apparently, he's also very fucking good because he keeps beating these guys who are then doing well after losing to him. So, and he's only losing to the top guy. So Bobby actually might still be okay at the age of 47 or whatever he is. Next fight. Oh yeah, Gibson got the dub. Good for him. Tyrell Fortune versus Tybura. Now, like I said, I didn't see it because I was walking back. Well, I can't remember. I don't know when each fight was happening. I kind of got to see a bit of the Yanez fight versus when in between fights of the Atoma card, but I didn't get to see this one. But I do know that Tybura got announced the winner, and then they fucked it up and realised that Fortune was the winner. Because I saw everyone on Twitter like, robbery, robbery, robbery. And then everyone on Twitter like, oh, there we go, now the decision's better. And I've seen people saying Bruce needs to retire or something. So I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm going to have to watch the fight back today. But, well, I'll have to watch the fight for the first time today. But, good win, I guess. Oh, shit. I don't know how good he looked, I'll have to see. I think he should fight like Ante Delija next, someone around there in the rankings. But last time Tybura lost to a debutant, it was what's his name? I just said his name. It was Delija, and now he kind of sucks. So I'm not gonna get excited for him yet. Casey O'Neill versus Gabriela Fernandez. I picked Fernandez because I genuinely don't think I've ever watched a Casey O'Neill fight, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, I didn't watch yesterday because I couldn't. Yeah, I've never watched her fight. I'm gonna just be honest. But she got the win. She got a nice finish. I saw the clip of it. A good standing TKO. Wang Kong, I don't know how she lost to this girl, Gabriela Fernandez, but she did somehow. I know it was she was winning the whole fight and then just got caught, but still, it was crazy. But yeah, O'Neill, she fights like once a year, so hopefully she can fight again before 2028. We'll have to see, but good win for her. I think she's done 2 in a row now, 3 in a row. So I just look, I've already forgot. But yeah, maybe she can fight like a top 10. What weight was it? Flyweight. Okay, that's kind of a open division right now, I think. I don't know. Everyone just keeps losing to Shevchenko, so she's probably like 1 away from a title shot. But yeah, next fight. This keeps pissing me off. This is like happened like 3 times in this video. Well, I predicted a guy to win by something, but then I said Sterling. I predicted Sterling to win by decision, but I said he's gonna knock him out just because I've predicted him by knockout in every UFC fight, and he's gone to a decision. So the one time I predict decision, he's gonna knock him out. Same as this fight. I said Chase Hooper's gonna win. No, I predicted Chase Hooper to win, but I said he's gonna get knocked down the first round. He did. Which one? This fight, I said Erosa's gonna win, but he's gonna end up getting knocked down the first round. Like, I need to just go with what I don't fucking know. You know what I'm trying to say. Jesus Christ, it looks like he kind of dominated him. I saw a little bit of this. I saw the finish. It looked like Silva was not Silva. It looked like Lopez was fucking dead on the floor, and the referee wasn't stopping it. So I don't know what was going on there, but either way, great win for Sterling. I guess he can get a ranked opponent. I've seen people saying he's championship material. Calm the fuck down, okay? Next fight. This is one I kind of saw a bit of on my phone. I thought it was 1-1. No, I didn't. Did I think it was 1-1? I couldn't really properly score the rounds because, again, I was only half watching. But it looked like Simone was either slightly ahead or it was 1-1. And then in the last round, I literally looked down and there was 30 seconds left and then they started scrapping and Simone nearly got finished. I thought the referee stopped there with a second to go. He didn't. But, fuck. But obviously that last round was a 10-8 clearly. So, I don't know how it ended up as a draw. But, so obviously I guess a couple judges had it 2-0 Simone. And then a 10-8 round at the end. I saw DC, a lot of people were complaining about the commentary, and when I turned it on, it was pissing me off. So I imagine it was even worse for this. But I saw DC there I don't understand how that's a 10-8. Even though if a guy gets taken down and controlled and no damage happens, he thinks it's a 10-8. So, we just need no commentators in the UFC. I was talking yesterday, I was saying, there's no sport where commentators are good. I'm convinced. Other sports I watch, so I watch MMA obviously, commentators are never good. Boxing, commentators ain't great. They're not bad, depending on who it is, but they're never that great. I watch a lot of the NFL and American football. Commentators, again, not as bad, but they're not great. Basketball piss me off all the time. When I watch fucking darts, elite sport by the way, commentators, they always pick, there's not a single commentary team in sports that's good at this point. Just get rid of them all, fuck it. But yeah, just a bit of a rant there. But yeah, I don't know, I'll have to watch it back today properly. And then I didn't see it. I forgot this fight happened. I guess Tayanara won pretty easily, I'd assume. She was minus 700. I mean, okay, 6. So, yeah. It looks like she won pretty dominantly off the stats. I know stats don't mean that much, but that's what it looks like. But yeah, sick fucking card. Piper with the win in the main event. That was the main one, obviously. I might make another video on this card. I don't know. I'll have to see. But yeah, make sure you go follow me on TikTok and Twitter at Dylan MMA. Got some banger posts coming up soon. Just post on TikTok as well. And yeah, Joe Piper. People forget, man. That fucking thing. Alright, I'm gonna rant another way. Why do they keep saying be Joe Piper? I know it was what Dana White said on the Contender Series. Like, if you want to get to the UFC, be Joe Piper. It's like, that was 5 years ago. Can we let it go? Like, he got the finish, and then Brendan Fitzgerald, who's actually a pretty decent commentator, he's one of the better ones, is it like, be Joe Piper because he's in the top 5. It's like, just fucking say something. Stop saying this. They put like promotions up of it as well, saying be Joe Piper all the time. Like, yeah, be Joe Piper, lose the fucking Jack commands. Anyway, Piper looked good. I thought I do like it. It was a great performance. But yeah, Izzy might need to retire. I don't know. Barber also might need to retire. Fucking hell. Out of these 6 main fighters on the card, 4 of them could retire after this card. 2 of them already did, and these 2 couldn't. I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah. Great fight. I know Rosa could, I guess. Great card. Next weekend, we go back to the Apex with an unranked fighter in the main event, so we love to see that. Yeah, make sure you subscribe and all that. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.